Welcome back to the lab. So lockdown level 3 extended another 5 days. Oh, goody. Never mind. So we can't get the bits from the powder coater as far as I'm aware. I've tried to ring, I've tried to send a message. I'm pretty sure they're closed. Not entirely certain. So we can't get those bits back. We can't put the BMW back together. I can't put it back into Site B, the other shed, because bits of the engine are exposed that I don't want to be exposed. I don't want the typical Waikato spring weather and humidity and dampness and all that sort of stuff attacking the engine bits. I mean, I can spray some oil around and try and protect it, but no, I'd rather have it in here. It's not relatively warm and dry in this garage. Our other garage, not so much. So I really want that in there, which means I can't really do what we need to do on Abby the Barina, which is the roll cage stuff, because I need the space. I can't have 3 cars in here and build a roll cage. It doesn't work. It's hard enough with 2. It's better with just a 1 car in here, but we're not going to be able to achieve that very easily. Never mind. So speaking of achieving, let's have a look. Previous video, we built another robot face there. I'm sure everyone can see it. New panels on the firewall there. I was thinking about contacting our mates at Mike Shaw Fiberglass. That's where the awesome roof vent came from. That's actually for a Toyota Yaris, I think it is, or something, but fits on here perfectly. I've got some carbon fiber material. I was thinking about doing that whole firewall in one piece out of carbon fiber. Would be pretty awesome. Just for the bling factor, just because we've got time. We're kind of almost twiddling our thumbs, stuck in limbo. Not sure they're open. Don't know if I can get some. So that kind of puts a kibosh on that. So anyway, we needed to make a new engine cover because reasons. This is a bigger hole now. Simple. With a bigger hole, you need a bigger cover. So here's the old one here. Remember, I made that out of 1.6, and then I realised the original one, which I don't even know where that is now. I've chucked it away somewhere. Was actually... that was 1.6 and these bits were 1.2. So we made this and then it was heavier. So because we were having a laugh and we were focusing on weight, I got the orbital sander out, took some weight out of it, made the same, well, near enough. So that was pretty good. And now we need to make a bigger one. So everyone will be thinking I picked up the sheets of 1.2 and started with 1.2. You're thinking wrong. I want this to be nice and strong. I know it's aluminium, it's not going to be mega strong, but I want it to have at least some guts in it. So if we have some sort of a kaboom in the engine bay, then 1.2 is not really going to stop anything coming through, whereas 1.6 stands at least some chance. Probably not flywheels and clutches and things like that, but if the inlet plenum explodes or something and it wants to throw a piece of, I don't know, a map sensor or something like that, it wants to chuck that through the firewall, then this is going to have more chance of stopping it. So that's 1.6. It is a different shape as far as the height because of what we did at the bottom, and it's taller. So I'm part way through making this, and we just got our bad news. So I'm going to make the other piece, and we'll continue on with what we're doing on the firewall. What we need to do is right at the top of the hole here, and the spit in the middle of your screen here, we need a bracket welded onto that harness bar that's there so that that whole firewall has some support. The other thing I'm going to do, someone mentioned something about rolling a bead on here to give it some integrity and all that sort of stuff. I'm going to actually put some sort of a little frame in behind that with riv nuts in it, and the window, the new window, because this one that's recklessly thrown on the floor there. Oops, camera's going a bit crazy. Oh look, it's broken, see? That's because it's not actually the right sort of material for doing that. If I drop that on the ground, see, that's broken some more. You don't want stuff like that that's going to fail as easily as that when it's on an area of the car. See, it's really quite broken now. That's subjected to vibrations and stuff and things. This is why I just I just haven't made my way to the rubbish bin yet. That's where that needs to go. Unless I use it for a template. So, that's what we're up to. I'll finish... What side have I got done? I need to do that side down there. And then I'll put that on. And then we'll think about what we're doing with the bracket. And then we'll think about what we're doing with the frame. And then when we've done those things, then we'll think about what we're doing with the engine harness holes. Sorry, not engine harness. The people harness holes. You can see I've marked out that one there towards the inside of the car. Needs extending just to balance things out. Get it the right shape so it looks right when you're looking at the car. There's one's bigger than the other at the moment. And there's also a line I need to trim up towards the top on that one to get everything the right distances and all that sort of carry on. I wanted to go and get, I'm going to have to order it online, some heat-proof silicone rubber basically to make some like grommets around where the tubes go through the firewall, and put some flanges over the top of that, but I'll have to order it online and I'm not sure where I'm going to get it from at this point in time. We have local suppliers who are basically closed at the moment. So partway through doing this, side here welded up alright. This side here, it was a nightmare, and in fact I gave up. I tried to keep going and I was like, nah, this is not me having a bad day. There's something definitely has gone wrong with our machine. So I took the cover off the machine. Yeah, I don't think electronics enjoy being quite that dusty. I best be cleaning that out before we decide whether this thing's dead or not. Double shot of good news and a little bit of bad news. That's mint now. Well, mint. As good as it's ever been. I've had to lay a big turd over the top of the mess that was there before. It's obviously upset the balance and frequency and all sorts of things with just rubbish inside it, and it's just freaked out. Mr. BMW over there, did one year. The powder coater's just sent a message. The parts are done. So that's good. I can go and get those. But it's raining and yucky. That's the only bad news, I guess, is it's raining. Right. Far out. That burnt up a lot of time. As far as close ones go, that was about as close as you want to get to having a part completely ruined by something going a little bit wrong. It took a fair bit of effort to get that looking relatively straight. It's not mint, but it's not as awful as it could be. As you can see, it's within a millimetre or so of deviation. Straight. I could probably run the file over that, to be honest. This is quite thick. If I put the file over there, we would actually get that straight. Right, so I've got to now smash it in there, make sure it still fits. Gee, that'd be a nice fitting end to the day, wouldn't it? Today's not gone so well. Then we've got to make sure the seats still fit. The seats are tucked away over there, out of the way of the dust. Then this has got to go up. That's got to come forward under here. Tomorrow we'll get the parts to put the whole engine bay back together. Abby, the Barina's going to be in here tonight. So fun. Heaps to do. Bolts right up. No, it did. It did. I drilled the holes at the bottom, exactly where they were marked. Done. That looks huge, eh? It's a big panel. Don't worry about the gap here. Nothing's secured at the top, obviously. It's probably closer to where the firewall will sit. Bit of something to sort out there, but a few screws, etc. And that'll be alright. That panel is tilted forward slightly from where it needs to be. It needs to go that way, and this panel needs to come this way as well. So I'll chuck the seats in. They actually need to be out of the way for other things to happen anyway. Make sure that the adjustments that I made, talked about in the previous video, putting those like that instead of flat, looks nicer anyway, doesn't it? That's all very feng shui. That side there was an absolute dog to do. It's not a nice shape. But you might, let's see if the seats fit. The important one, heaps of room. Heaps and heaps, no problems there. The less important one, it's not 100% bolted in there just yet, but that's looking like it should be alright. Should be okay. Cool, okay, good. Something happened today that was considered progress, I guess. How much room we got. Everything's covered in dust. You love that noise. You love that noise, don't you? Don't look too hard at that welding on this side. Well, that's clearly a lot more room than it had before. It's even shiny. See, the fuel rails are reflecting off there. Good. Good. Now we can do something with that plenum. Yay. Well, we've got to finish this all off. I'm not going to start on the plenum until everything else is finished. Otherwise, if we run out of time, at least we can run it with this one as it is. And deal with it later. The random time teller it's keeping time. That is the time. There's Abby the Barina. You guys remember her? We'll do something on here soon, I think. BMW's moved. Don't mind the blankies and stuff in my jersey. Right, trip to Boss powder coating tomorrow. That stuff should be alright. We will pick up all the things that are missing in here, and we will look at putting them all back in there. Hey, that looks really good now, eh? I got quite used to seeing the spaghetti in here. That looks nice now. Yay. Alright, dinner time. Thanks for watching. Cheers, bye.